Again, this is part 2 of Jay Laser's Hawkeye video. I think it's a bit more big. It wasn't here.
Where you can get a pretty good view.
Just do this.
We're pretty cheap nowadays. Techniques and make the camera arrow. Maybe we call this one the Camaro, or alternative, the Sparrow. It's gonna be very cool, but definitely gonna have to be careful. What did we learn? Well, they are in fact super bright. Surprise, surprise. They get super hot. Is that still going at? Not going out. Oh my god, dude. Alright, so what did we learn? Well, they are in fact super bright. Surprise, surprise. They get super hot, almost 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and they are really hard to put out. It's gonna be very cool, but definitely gonna have to be careful with this one. Alright, let's actually take a break from all the pyrotechnics and make the camera arrow. Maybe we can call this one the Camaro, or alternative, the Sparrow for a spy arrow. Basically, we're gonna take a tiny Wi-Fi camera that you can get for pretty cheap nowadays, do some more 3D modeling, print out the housing, put it all together, and yeah, now we got a tiny camera in an arrow. So I'm thinking we can shoot it at like a ceiling or wall or something, and then boom, we have an instant live feed from that arrow. Obviously, I mounted the camera backwards so we can see what's behind the arrow.
So when you flip like this, when you flip, you know what it is.
I'm not sure if this is ever used in
The
movies, but I feel like it should have been. Alright, got 2 arrows left. Let's do the grapple arrow. We're gonna have to get a little creative on this one, because in the movies they didn't really show where the rope was coming from, or like how any of the mechanisms work. I'm thinking we make like an attachment on the bow that holds some Kevlar cord that'll attach to the arrows. When we shoot it out, it'll spool out, kind of like my web shooters. So hopefully the arrow will get a nice stick, and we can like clip the Kevlar cord to our belt or something, or just like climb up on it, maybe attach it to a harness or something. One more addition. I've also seen people attach fishing reels to arrows. So it's a pretty cool thing. I think people actually fish with this stuff, so I'm gonna throw one of those on as well. Last one, the smoke arrow. I'm gonna use some of these colorful smoke things people use for photography, and to light them off, we've got a bit of fuse, and then another one of those electric igniters we've been using. But for this one, I'm also gonna throw in one of those RC switches, so we can remote activate it, because we might not want a trail of smoke that goes right back to our location. Like we might just want to like set it down and then trigger it later. It's good to have options. So you guessed it, more CAD, more printing. Basically, the little ring on top holds the smoke powder. Then we've got all the electronics down below. That way we can just replace the melted ring on the top, and we can hopefully reuse the rest of the arrow. So let's give it a test. So I went to ask my roommate if he wanted to watch, but he just said to do it in his room. So, I'm not gonna be the one to say not to do that. So you give me permission to set this off in your room?
I mean, how much smoke is it gonna make?
I don't know, dude. Holy shit. Go for that. And join it to the arrow shaft. Now we've already made the joining mechanism, but there are still... at least we know it works. So we got all the arrows, and now it's time to make the quiver. Once again, this needs to be able to select an arrowhead and join it to the arrow shaft. Now we've already made the joining mechanism, but there are still a few other things we gotta think about that you wouldn't normally think of when just watching the movie. Like, how does he get the arrow out without getting it stuck? Like, it looks like the quiver just has holes that all the arrows slide into, but how's a fat arrowhead gonna get through there? So to solve this, I'm gonna leave a little slit on the side of the quiver so we can just slide the arrows out like that. And to make the spin and attach mechanism, I'm gonna use a stepper motor and a servo controlled by an Arduino with another one of those RC switches so we can control it from the bow just like in the movie. So all those electronics are gonna be housed in the bottom. So all we gotta do is just click a button on the bow, the quiver spins, and then the arrow drops down, connects to the arrowhead. We take it out and shoot it. And once again, I designed the whole thing on SolidWorks and tried to design it as close to the movie as I could. So now we just gotta print everything out. Seems simple, right? If only. Like, entire movies could be written about the struggles I've had with these 3D printers. Like, there's plot twists, character development, motifs. Alright, basically, I had one printer to start with, and it broke. So I got another printer, and I fixed the first printer, so now I had 2 printers. It should be done in no time, right? Well, I had to halt everything because I went home for the holidays. But in order to keep production going, I got another 3D printer and sent it home to the East Coast to where I'd be staying, so I could print there too. But this printer came missing some screws. Dun, dun, dun. So the prints just weren't working. What is this? And all of my tools were back in LA, so I had to be a little resourceful, and I salvaged a part from a chair. Sorry, Mom. But the parts were too big, and it wouldn't spin anymore, and it got stuck. No! I did eventually get it working, though, but then it was time to go back to LA. So I brought it back with me on the plane, and now we have 3 3D printers, 33 printers. But somehow, they all broke again. So I fixed one printer using parts from another printer. And then I printed out new parts for that third using the other 3D printer. I don't know if this is progress, but that's what's happening. Anyways, I'll spare you the rest of the details. But finally, though, we got it all printed, and here's our working Hawkeye quiver.
My spaceship crashed. How do we get you home? It may not fly, but I'm allowed to use the homing beacon. And they'll come...
Okay, Mashiro. No, I meant to say, what's your name in our group?
Got a switch on the bottom to turn it on. with magnets. And we press the remote button. The base rotates and the arrow drops down to connect to the arrowhead. So now you got a switch on the bottom to turn it on. Loaded all our arrowheads. Those are held in place with magnets. And we press the remote button. The base rotates and the arrow drops down to connect to the arrowhead. So now you can slide it out from the side and firing it using the bow, which is the last thing we need to make. So this bow has to be able to turn into a staff and also fold up. So as a base, I ordered a recurve bow. It's nice because the arms already come disconnected, and when there's no tension on the bow, it's already straight like the staff. So I think I can do all 3 positions, just one ratchet strap mounted to the bow and a couple of hinges. Basically, I attach the bowstring to the ratchet strap and attach the hinges where the arms connect to the bow. So now when it's loose, the hinges can either be folded or unfolded, creating either the collapsed version or the bow staff. Then we want to actually shoot the bow. All we gotta do is tighten the ratchet strap to the 3rd position, which is the regular bow. I also mounted the RC switch for the quivers and all the arrows, along with the laser sight and grappling attachments. Wow, that was a lot. That right there should check every box we wanted.
Okay, so boy, here's for the movie.
So before I test these out, I'd like to show off some stuff that you guys made and sent to me on my Instagram. I love to do this in every video, so check them out.
Guys, I'm teasing. I'm trying to see AZ5, but I'm trying to do it. Let's see. So boy,
Work that you deserve. So if you've made anything cool, definitely send it my way on Instagram at @JayLaserVideo. And also, if anyone's interested, we're actually looking to expand the team. You know, as these builds get bigger and bigger and more complex, to really help. You don't have to be in LA to do this, and you can tell us your availability. The main criteria is talent and the ability to make awesome stuff. Send us a video of the past project you've done, and we'll be in touch. I think together we can take it another step further and really make some amazing stuff. Alright, now the fun part, we get to test everything out. To do that, we're going to run a little superhero mission of our own. Basically, we're going to infiltrate the property, plant a camera arrow as the lookout, flank around the side, and disable the guard. From there, we can scale the building, disable more guards. From the roof, we can use a smoke arrow to confuse the rest of the guards, protecting the package. Then using the fishing reel arrow, we can get the package and escape out the front. And we can bring the package to the drop point and signal we're done. Let's go. I'm gonna hit him with the camera arrow.
Okay, look what you do. I meant to say part 1.
We got eyes everywhere.
Let's go, bye.
2 of them. They look kind of mean.
Just look, man, just look.
We got eyes everywhere.
You did easy there, girl.
2 of them. They look kind of mean too. I'm gonna hit him with the boom arrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What up, boys? Alright. I'm gonna use a little grapple arrow to try and scale this wall. We got this. Alright, let's do some Hawkeye. Hawkeye. I think we gotta just eat the bow up there first.
You just ain't watching.
How'd you get up here so fast? Stairs. Alright. Climb over there. It's gonna get a little jolt of excitement. God, it's so bad. Alright, well, he ain't walking, but just for good measure. Hawkeye. Alright, get down. This ain't no game. They're a bunch of rapscallions, dude. Scallions, dude. Look at that far guy. He kind of looks like me.
Dude, you want to
I know, dude. The far left guy.
shit like
Oh my god, you do not want to run into that guy. Smoke him out, and then you see that thing down there? It's probably got a lot of valuable stuff in it. How would you know that? Anyone's getting his butt, bro. This is gonna be easy. Like the butt on the bow?
It's a dope mission.
Look at that. Knocked him right out, damn. Knocked him out. I think they're confused.
Yes, sir.
The valuable
Yes,
stuff in this fish arrow
sir.
that just magically appeared on my bow. I don't know how that happened. Exposing us. Alright, let's hit it, dude. One shot. Dude, perfect. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, we gotta do this. the impact arrow. Wait, we gotta get the other arrow. Let's get to the drop zone. Come on. All right, drop zone right up here.